All right, now let's try this ass, Bill. Look here. This is the Bulwark and Bill Crystal.
Hi, Bill Crystal here. Thanks for joining us on Bulwark on Sunday live here at 11 a.m. Sunday morning with Lieutenant General retired Mark Hertling, who's been such an excellent addition to the Bulwark. I can't say how much we value having you, and that was excellent early analysis you and Tim and Sarah and JVL did yesterday, which just over 24 hours ago, really.
I'm gonna keep this on me, but I'd like you to go to this or listen to what they have to say initially.
One piece of very bad news: an hour and a half ago, I think CENTCOM announced that we have 3 U.S. service members dead and several pretty serious injuries. What you were in command of people who were killed. I mean, what is, and you yourself, I think, were wounded in Desert Storm. So, what is to say a word about that?
The whole process is fascinating, and it's kind of an unknown, I think, Bill, to most civilians. And first of all, I should say thank you for your comments about yesterday. It was interesting going on as the news was popping. But from a notification process and from a transfer process, it's really fascinating to watch how the military does business. They want to make sure that the first people who are notified are the ones listed as next of kin. Every military member who deploys somewhere fills out multiple sheets. They all do a will. There's a process of preparing for deployment so that you do know, first of all, who should be notified. It's also kind of the administrative stuff of who gets your insurance, those kind of things, and make sure that the right person are getting.
My first wife married me
all the way from,
just for that reason, not because she loved me, for the insurance and whatever.
The key is that other people should not know until your next of kin is notified. So those 3 soldiers who have sacrificed their life, probably I would guess with a missile strike in one of our bases somewhere. It probably was not direct fire action, but again, we don't know yet. We don't know how this occurred.
I don't really care. They're KIA. They're dead. They're going home
Air Force
in a
Base
fucking
in Delaware with their remains after the mortuary affairs teams take care of their remains and prepare them for transfer. The other interesting factor too is the wounded.
He's going to mention Ramstein.
8 soldiers wounded is what I originally heard. They will more than likely, depending on the status of the wounds, be transferred to Landstuhl Regional Hospital outside Ramstein.
Please go.
I'm very familiar with that.
Bill Crystal, the Bulwark. You can't. It's easy to find. Here's my perspective. I'm trying to keep this relevant. Yesterday, I weirded out. Our government went to killing people. Our airmen, soldiers, sailors, Marines. Everyone there, Americans, at risk now, as it was happening. And I made a big thing. I reached out to my daughter. Remember what I said about her mom. And, man, I was trying to explain to her I was weirding out, dude, because people are going to they're going to come home. Not alive, casket draped in American flag coming off the aircraft. And I even told my daughter this story about a C-130 and a captain and that whole thing and working customs. I mean, I laid it out as far as gentle I could be as a veteran, right? Like this is how I feel, and it disturbs me. American young women and men doing their time service to the country. They don't come back alive, not to their own doing, right? They're just in the service of the country. And man, a big thing. It's a brotherhood, about. I don't care if they're a cook, tinker, sailor. I don't care, dude. I tried to explain to her, and when the Gulf War and there was a parade on Greenback, and she asked me, Dad, I'm going, can you come down there? And I said, I can't do that, young lady. I just can't do it. Because the war thing, the conflict, inside about, damn, dude, why are they dying? For what? For who? You know, I went in '75 at the end of Vietnam, and everything about Gulf of Tonkin and the people I served with, they were very knowledgeable. Shit was happening. Our government, the civilians, y'all, were not supportive of the military. Didn't matter. Did not freaking matter. All right. All right. And I got to see that during my time of service, you know, as far as. All right. All right. But within our community and who you knew and people you met and everything, you know, and stuff. And I watched people do some of the most honorable shit, brave, right out here at Titan 2 site, 1976, right? Got to be part of that. But I witnessed it. All right. I got to Germany. I got to witness people doing extraordinary things, you know, like brave, and they lost their lives. That pilot and his, they're not co-pilot. Anyway, F4 went in the side of a mountain right off base. It tore me up. I was the one working. I told my daughter that she's heard it before. I happened to be T.D. Whitey Cousins, and I went and done, me and another staff sergeant did his family's belongings stuff, and then watched them load them on a C-130 there on the ramp, and, you know, hand salute. Service of their country. This sumbitch went and started a war. His family never served. He's bone spurred. I despise him and despise his policies. I despise who he is. And now he's killed 3 Americans and wounded 8, and it's not even beginning to be over. Oh, dude, anybody flying aircraft, anybody that's there, American, can be a target. They know that. It's not just Iran. Shoot, that's the history of the world. But I described to my daughter, I said, man, I don't wish that on nobody, to see your family member, whatever your relationship, mother, daughter, that's your child, coming home, you know, in a flag draped casket. What I got in return was silence. Silence. Like, okay. All right. That's what we get. Generally, from outside that community. Not that they don't know, react and say, oh, God bless you and thank you for your service or such, or, you know, I told her you're not going to understand from the beginning, but I want to explain to you what's going on with me, and I'm weirding out because I don't like it. Oh, dude. And it also is a signal, I think, we'll probably talk about this, is the requirement for civilian leaders who send the military into combat to really understand the implications of things like this. No, well, I couldn't echo. God bless everybody. God bless these young men and women. They're sure thinning out the herd. This regime, Epstein regime, political, MAGA. Oh, I want to get so derogatory about them, but you know what? I seen Nixon. You know, extraordinary, and President Ford was my first commander in chief. The last one was Ronald Reagan, President Ronald Reagan. I used to think the world of him, you know, like a lifelong Republican, right up to this sumbitch, you know. And I won't give honor to somebody who rapes convicted of a rape of a woman or assault rape thing or cheating his own child uh, uh, fund, banned from it. You can no longer do that because you frauded them. You ripped them off. And just the history of it, character.
What follows from the military strikes, the more, let's call it.
I don't know where this all going to go. I think a lot more
A little bit, just what do we know about the actual military?
young Americans
And what's your sense?
going to suffer.
So far, you can tell from open source information and so forth where we are.
There's not a whole lot of.
Whatever Iran is, they were a sovereign country. There are better ways to do this, what he's saying, regime change, than bomb the civilians, kill children. That brings that country together. Remember Vietnam? The people in the villages didn't want to be communists or VC, but you bombed, raped, took their land, fucking fucked them over, put them in camps. What choice did they have but to go that way? Now Vietnam's a beautiful country. Veterans go back there. Anyway, that's 11 minutes. It's probably too long. I'm surprised my phone held on. Very sad. Very sad. All right. God bless everybody. Sunday from the plains of Kansas. It's